I knew it. I told you so. I've been saying this all along here on the channel. You know, sometimes when you do a video here on YouTube and you take a look at your view count, you feel like you're spinning in the wind. But not today. And no, I didn't vote for Trump. But SCOTUS. Oh, this is gravy, folks. SCOTUS is going to hear this January 6th obstruction case. And it could impact Trump's trial date in March. So you have these three defendants in this case. These quote-unquote rioters, these obstructionists, these insurrectionists, who are claiming that they did not obstruct an official proceeding. So SCOTUS is going to hear arguments about this case in the coming months. And they're looking at a lower court's ruling that revived a charge against these three defendants. We'll talk about who the defendants are here in a moment. So the charge is disruption of a congressional certification of an election, the 2020 election. And this is the same charge that's being brought against Trump by special counsel Jack Smith, who, as we all know, probably got his law degree out of a Cracker Jack box. So here are the headlines that are out there about this. Over at Fox, Supreme Court takes challenge to January 6 charge that could have implications for Trump. NBC, Supreme Court agrees to hear January 6 case that could affect Trump prosecution. Over at the AP, SCOTUS will hear a case that could undo Capitol riot. Oh my God! Undo the Capitol riot charge against hundreds and Trump. So Trump's court date is scheduled for March 4th. But depending on where this goes with the Supreme Court, it could definitely affect his trial date. And so far, 300 people have been charged by the DOJ, or they're facing charges as we speak. And the three defendants in this case are Garrett Miller from Dallas, Joseph Fisher from Boston, and Edward Jacobs Lang from New York's Hudson Valley. And the lower court dismissed the obstruction charge, and they ruled that their conduct didn't meet the criteria. So this is key. Listen to this. U.S. District Judge Carl Nichols found that prosecutors stretched the law beyond its scope and inappropriately tried to apply it to these cases. And I've been saying this about what's going on with Trump. You have to prove intent. What did he know? When did he know it? You have to have solid evidence to prove that this is what Trump did, or what these quote-unquote rioters and insurrectionists, these obstructionists did on January 6th. It was all a ruse to get Trump. You know, I saw a video earlier today on YouTube talking about the presidency and how the presidency, for some odd reason, has evolved into either a monarch, a dictatorship, because everyone's got their panties in a wad over what Trump said about being a dictator on day one. Well, I think it's time that either we get rid of the presidency or we severely limit the president's power. That's the only way you can stop this monster that we've created called the presidency. Now, I love the United States. A lot of you probably don't think that because I have a Confederate battle flag, but if you look at my logo here on the channel, look at the icon, there's the American flag. I actually wanted to use the Betsy Ross flag. So you've got emerging of the American flag, the Confederate battle flag, you've got the rattlesnake, and you've got the phrase, "Don't tread on me." Well, there's a reason for that. And I've talked about it many times here on the channel. The reason why I started this channel. Preserving great art, music, history, culture, free speech. Don't tread on me. My rights as an American citizen. Yes, I love this country. I care about this country. I love my audience. I care about my audience. About the YouTube community. I want the best for everybody who is on this platform. And I want the best for everybody across the board, no matter what your political beliefs are. But when you got people going to Washington, D.C. on January 6th and thinking that Washington, D.C. or the presidency is the fix-all, then we've got problems. We've got serious problems in this country. Just my little side here. So how do you like that? The U.S. District Judge here said the prosecutors stretched the law beyond its scope and inappropriately tried to apply this to these cases. So his reasoning was, Nichols' reasoning was that these defendants would have to engage in behavior that would have influenced some type of document, record, or other object. I.e., let's say you doctored some documents, or you bribed somebody with a vote, paid them off to vote a certain way, then that would definitely be obstructing an official congressional proceeding. So Trump and other defendants are challenging this separately. And so far, over 1,200 have been charged with federal crimes related to January 6th, or the events of January 6th. And 650 people have pled guilty. Now, I got a question here. Did these people plead guilty on their own? Or were they perhaps, maybe just throwing this out there? Not saying that anybody was guilty of this, okay? But could it be possible that maybe they were coerced into saying that they were guilty of something when they weren't? Maybe they were told to say they were guilty under duress? You wait and see. I can guarantee you that's probably going to come out. That's probably going to come out. So we'll see what happens here. But it's going to get good in 2024. It's going to get good in 2024. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thought I'd share the breaking news with you. SCOTUS to hear this January 6th obstruction case. We'll see where it leads. We'll see where it leads. So if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. You can also follow me at Instagram, #JasonComposes, because I write music in my spare time. Or you can find me at X, Culture Confederacy, at CultureConfed1 on X. This is the Culture Confederacy saying peace out. Stay safe, everybody. God bless this thing called the United States. And you know how we do it here. This is where the past crashes with the present. I'll catch you next time. And you all have a great Wednesday afternoon.